even though it's extremely nerdy, I think one of the things I enjoy most about this game, laB, is actually that the title of the game is a palindrome, which means that it's the same forwards and backwards. laB, laB. Hiya folks, Fruit and Doggy here, getting back into laB. And I did look a little bit into guides just to get a peek, not so much at the level for tips, but more to find out if there'd be a level 60, because there's 2 achievements that I have left that aren't related to deaths. The first is beat level 60, and then the other one says the end, which almost suggests that there would be another. Oh, gosh darn it. I'll just say. Which to me would almost suggest that you get one for being level 60, and then there's a final challenge or something. However, excuse me, I've not seen anybody even say anything at all in reference to level 60, so I wonder if it's just a gimme, because I've seen people talk about the difficulty of this stage, specifically. Which to me suggests that level 60, and nothing about level 60. So I'm wondering if it's actually just going to be 2 free achievements once you beat this one. Darn it! Ah, that section's tricky. Oh, gosh dang it! I jumped too high or at the wrong time. I guess it could be both, technically. Ooh. Yeah, I do prefer short hopping that, to be honest. But you can just normal hop through that entire area with the spike pistons. Come on, baby. No, I didn't go quite far enough. Dang it. I'm gonna try my strategy, because there is specifically a forum page asking for advice how to get past that first spike pit and that one jump. Oh gosh dang it, really? And so I'm wondering if my strategy would be valid, because it seems like you have to do a very precise jump otherwise. That's why I'm wondering if my approach, if I can get used to it, would be better overall. Yeah, that section's not bad. Stay ahead of it, stay ahead of it, stay ahead of it, stay ahead of it. Oh, dang it! I was just getting ready to... Dang it, dang it, dang it! I feel like I'm getting better at that, though. And this first part... I swear this first part is kind of a non-issue. Oops. Okay, if I don't get completely screwed up on my timing, that is. Whew, okay. Oh, gosh dang it, dude! I don't know why I keep biffing it so badly. I don't even get a jump off, or I just barely get the jump and I'm dead already. Ah! And I know technically I still have another section of that to get through, too. Yeah, this first area is just... I don't know. It just seems too easy. And I don't feel like I can even jinx myself on this. It's not hard. This part is not hard in the slightest. This part is just kind of screwy, but moving with it's not terrible. I think it did catch up to me there at the end. So I always get screwed up there at the end, apparently. We didn't have a cough earlier. Okay, I did mistime that and screw that up, but... I mean, sure, I can definitely screw this first part up before I get to that pair of, spiked pistons, but... I just don't feel like it's a challenge. Like, since these don't come all the way down... Oh no. And I'm not asking, like, hey, come on, level creator. Come on, developer, make the game hard. Like, I'm not trying to taunt and... Like, you know, it's... Ooh. It's nice to have a bit of a slow area... Because, you know, the last few stages, even though I didn't die as horribly often as I could have, there were some tough areas, and they were really long. Excuse me. And with this new challenge, something that's not ever come up... Oh, dang it, dang it, dang it, that was close. So let me look at this just for a second. I'm following it with my eyes. So I get there. I guess I really do want to move backwards with it. Oops. Dang that. Okay, that's my bad. I'm wondering if it would be possible to... I don't know if that'd really be worth it. Nope. I'm trying to jump all the way to the bottom, but... You know, all the times I'm going to fail trying to do that, it's just not going to make it worthwhile. I'm still cutting out a large portion of the zigzag. Not like I really need to cut out any more. Ooh, that was bad timing. And I probably could have made it still, but definitely didn't feel right. Oh, gosh dang it. Went too early. Well, whether this is the actual final stage or not, I can tell that I'm not going to get it for a while. I'm hoping I get it in this single recording session, that I don't get stuck here that long. But I'm not gonna... You know, make any wild, claims or set myself up for disappointment when I don't do it, because I talked about some of this before with earlier stages, but this one you really have to just wait it out. Ooh, that almost works, but problem is I jumped left. I should have moved left and then jump right. I think that was my only flaw there. You know, give her... Oh, gosh dang it, I got stuck on the edge of the platform. I'm not sure, I guess you'd call that sort of like a sprite interaction or like a hitbox or something, but that does kind of suck when you get snagged. Like, it has saved my bacon once or twice, but... So it's kind of a catch-22, I can't deny that. But yeah, it's funny that, though technically I'm supposed to be a ball, I don't really feel like I have... Sorry, I gotta concentrate here. No! Oh, I did! I hit the bottom of the platform! So I jumped too early. I'm getting closer to that, though. I really want to make this work if I can. Kind of nice when you can prove concept. But all I was saying is that as a ball, I don't roll. I don't have any forward momentum. You know, I control... Ah, that was terribly timed. I control, like, I'm a little guy, basically. You know, I could be Mario, in essence. You know, a little man, you know, arms, legs, and running and jumping. For all intents and purposes. Because I have very precise control. You know, I start and stop when I want to. So I'm not, you know, I don't move like a ball at all. So it's just kind of strange that I'm playing as a ball, I guess is what I'm getting at. Gotta move backwards. Ooh, dang it! That is tricky. And again, I don't know if that's really worth it as opposed to just trying to jump through that like you're supposed to. I might try it my way a few more times, but I'm starting to think it might be worthwhile just to do it the intended way. I mean, sure, it'd be nice to prove my concept, but when you have to go through it every single time, you know, I can't just pop right there and, like, you know, retry indefinitely. That would change things up significantly, you know? I don't like to prove myself right, but... Son of a gun! Yeah. If I didn't have to go backwards, if I didn't have to change my focus and my mindset, just... That's the other problem, too, is... Because I'm focusing on the spikes, I'm not focusing on the platform, you know, their boundary points when they're going to hit the edge. So... I can do it here with these just fine because I'm stationary. But in that case, I have to check my momentum and my speed constantly. So I can't... I'm not able to look to where they're about to hit a boundary. Oh, yes! I did it! I proved it! Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, this is my first time getting here. Let me just watch. Okay, so what do I have to do when I get up there? I'm gonna get there. I want to watch that again. Because I'm gonna follow it along. Then I'm gonna see my opening jump. And just hope, kind of hope and pray, I guess. Thankfully, it seems to move at the same momentum. Oh, dang it. I know this is gonna sound stupid, because I just said it moves at the same momentum, but... It just felt different doing it there than it did, you know, just the area below. Really? Okay. But it felt so different. Oh, that's annoying. Gosh darn it. Because it should play exactly the same, but it's just different enough to throw me off. Ah. So on the one hand, I'm disheartened, because it's like, dang it! am I making such basic mistakes? Son of a gun! I've been disheartened! I was gonna say, screwing up that area when it's so similar to that one, it's like, no! It should have transferred, I should have done it. Even though I felt pumped, it's like, oh yeah, I did the jump the way I said I could at the beginning, in that first one. You know, I got my proof of concept. That was nice. It's like, yes! It's very gratifying. Yeah, as a gamer, as you develop a strategy or a kind of a theory, and you're able to put it into practice, and it's like, oh, it did work! There's something really gratifying about that problem solving. Because a lot of games don't hold your hand, they don't walk you through a problem. Some do. But a lot of times they teach you ideas and concepts. And it's up to you to apply those ideas. And then you see what the applications are. You find out if it works or not. Oh, gosh darn it! I didn't get to jump the second time. And that's basically what games do, is they teach you an idea and present different obstacles, and then over time they slowly raise the bar. And you just keep applying the same idea over and over, and seeing if you can figure it out and achieve it with greater odds and difficulties, more obstacles. Oh, I went too far, darn it! And it's so simple, but, I mean, that's a very simple theory or concept, but when it's executed right, it's so rewarding. You know, to start off doing something really simple, getting a feel for how a game plays, and then over time, gaining greater mastery. And it's like, yeah, I got this, I can do this. Even if it's hard, even if it's gonna... I don't even want to talk about that one. Even if it takes several tries or is hard, frustrating, and so on. You know, it's enough to keep you motivated. If it does it well. And I don't know, sometimes it doesn't always make sense. Because a game can be really flawed and irritating, doing things wrong, things that shouldn't work, and yet, after a certain point, you feel, I'm gonna use the word, pot committed. It's like, you know, I'm in it. I've already put in so much time and effort. I've developed a small subset of skills. Because I'm, you know, pushing buttons like I always do for all the other games I play. You know, so it's no different than other games. Oh, that's interesting. It's like, at a certain time... How to put it? Near about the halfway point when I was walking through there, it's like I hit a point where I matched the speed, and I just held it. That's how I made that last jump so easily. I wasn't stuttering with my speed anymore, I just... No, dang it! I thought that would happen at least once. Dang it. Okay, that attempt, compared to my first time up there, felt much better, though. Yeah, that's interesting. Because I'm pretty sure the idea of those areas is that you can't just hold the stick or your D-pad left or right and go with it. You have to keep adjusting, but for whatever reason, at that slight bit of time and distance, I matched perfect pace. Just an interesting observation. And maybe that's because, you know, there's not necessarily a set speed. There's a certain degree of refinement or control to how fast you move your character. And so maybe I just tilted the stick at just the right way that I matched. That's very possible. Problem is that the game puts a lot of obstacles that are space limited, so I can't really, you know, just looking at this stage with how it's lined up, I don't have any place to practice walking, so I can't practice moving at pace with these pillars or pistons. Yeah, I just somehow got lucky, I guess. Whew, okay. You just gotta kind of hop twice. And that may be not the ideal solution, but it works for me. So I'm gonna go with it. No, no, no! Dang it! Oh, so close. Yeah, at least based on that slight conversation I mentioned earlier with that person who asked for some feedback or suggestions, I'm the only person who does it that way. I'm not saying nobody else has ever done that, but I'd always find it funny or interesting to think about how many different ways there might be to approach a problem. Like, why would anybody ever do that? And it's like, well, you never know. Everybody, you know, people play differently. And that works for me! That really works! Oh, gosh dang it, I didn't even get a try. What's annoying me is that I'm getting used to doing that, and then I'm just gonna biff that next area over and over again, and it's like, come on, dude! I can do the first one now! Why does there have to be a second one? Just why? I knew I was gonna screw that one up. I put in the inputs even though I knew it was gonna be wrong. Don't ask me why. Sometimes you just can't stop yourself. It's kind of like putting your foot in your mouth and speaking before you think. Sometimes that's all it takes to make a screw up in a video game, is that you do the action before you've thought it out, and it's like, no wait! If you've ever heard a gamer, you know, like a Let's Player, have one of those moments where it's like, wait, no! That's what happened. They did something before they thought it out. I guarantee there is so... Yeah, I jumped too early. But there are few things more agonizing than that. Now again, it depends on the stakes. Sometimes it's like, oh, who cares? But other times it's like, ugh! I knew better, but I acted impulsively. Oh, I do hope that I'm near the end of how to put it? I'd be happier if this was the last thing I had to overcome, instead of there being another hard level, is I guess what I would want to say at this point. Like, I don't need another challenge to master. It's like, I'm fine with this being the end. I feel accomplished if I beat this. And what's interesting is I haven't seen any Let's Plays or even very much footage of this game. I think part of it is, again, it's not like super popular. But I'm still surprised nobody has played through the game. Oh, dang it, I felt slightly off. Because sometimes when I'm facing a difficult challenge, what I'll do is I'll check out, a video on YouTube to see, it's like, how do I overcome this section? What do I need to do? Then, that can be a really nice resource. And I've seen people play through some really hard games. Games that I would never, not happily, put myself through. So I guess, with considering that this game is no harder than any of those. Dang it, I'm doing it a little too early, I think. It's weird. I had that area down just just as something I understood what to do without really knowing how I was doing it. And then I keep getting back there. I can't quite replicate it. I guess that the equivalent to that is like trying to explain direction. How to put it? A little more context. It's like living in a place since you were born, knowing how to get all around town, but you just innately know it, and then trying to describe it to somebody who's visiting you. It's like, let's see here. How do you get there? I guess you go on this road and that road. Like, you could almost walk there blindfolded, or drive there blindfolded, but trying to explain it can throw you off. It's like, well... And I guess for me that's more applicable, because I'm not good with directions, especially like by roads. Like, turn right on 10th Street or whatever. Like, I don't know. Ah, dang it, I went too far. Ooh. I know I haven't ultimately made any progress, but I'm starting to lose steam on, like, okay. Desire to keep playing is waxing. Like, yes, I want to beat it, but I'm getting tired of, failing. Like, I don't feel that same level of, alright, I can do it, I'm pumped! Like, okay. Come on. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna keep screwing that area up. I probably am gonna quit for a little while. I think I'm just, again, having lost steam. It's like, I don't have the... I don't know how to explain it. I just don't have it in me to go for it. And yes, I know I've said it so many times, but it's like, I wish I had a checkpoint. Like, come on, I can get through that area so easily. Why do I have to keep going right here? Oh, gosh dang it! Like, let me just sit there and wait for the stupid pistons. Like, why are you making me drag this out, going through an area that, I don't find hard, just time-consuming and monotonous. I know I said earlier, it's like, yeah, I'm glad it's not harder, but at this point, I'd rather just not be here. And I know that would change the game drastically. And you do have to, at some point, make up your mind. Like, how do you balance your game? Where do you maintain your difficulty, or where do you... How to put it? Like, where do you put in your checkpoints? Where do you... Wow! That ticked me off. I can't believe I just did that. But seriously, it's like, where do you draw the line on your difficulty? And where do you establish your difficulty? Where do you say to your player, it's like, you know what, I know you got this. I know you can do this. So, I'm gonna give you a freebie and you just have to make it there? Or it's like, hey, I'm not even gonna make you go through that because I know you can do it. How did I... Okay. All the point I was trying to get at there was, like, do you put a checkpoint in because it's like, yeah, this part's not even hard, or do you make the person keep going through it? Or do you make it really hard and it's like, oh my gosh, this is an endurance marathon, or do you put in an easy section because the next part's going to be really hard? Balancing issues. But a couple of those deaths in these earliest areas that I know are easy, that I felt shouldn't have happened, have really ticked me off. So, don't expect me to be playing much longer, because unless I get it in the next couple of tries, which I don't expect based on how I'm playing, I'm going to end the recording session here. Like, soon. Because I'm getting frustrated. Because, honestly, I feel like I should have already beaten it. You know, I've proved my concept. I made it so far in that thing, but, oh. They just put the platforms in such a stupid way. Like, I already have to make it through this stupid thing. Did you really have to make the jump stupid on top of it? Like, do I really have to wait here? Yes. Do I really have to make an annoying jump right at the end after... After playing monkey in the middle here? Twice! Yes, you do. You do have to play monkey in the middle twice, and you have to make an annoying jump at the end of both of them. Ugh. I probably could have gone in the middle of that, but I find it easier if you jump straight from the ground instead of, like, you jump across and then try to... No. Oh gosh, stinking dang it! I had that system down. I had it! And I don't know how I had it now. Crap! You know what? This is gonna be my last try. I don't care what happens, this is my last try this session. Nothing else. Well, that was a weird sound. But say, if nothing else, I'm getting actually kind of hot. I don't think that's just because I'm frustrated. I think it's just because it's hot in this room. I hate the heat, if nothing else. I always hate the heat. Oh, dang it, that was close. That was close, but it wasn't. No cigar. It wasn't it. That was my last attempt this session. Oh, okay, so I'm done for right now. Didn't beat it like I wanted. Really wanted it. Ah, oh, dang it. Hopefully when I come back to this... Shoot. Well, I'm hoping I'll beat it next time, folks, but we'll find out what happens together. Anyways, I'll see you around, and as always, Fruitin' Doggy! Even though it's extremely nerdy, I think one of the things I enjoy most about this game, Ball Lab, is actually that the title of the game is a palindrome, which means that it's the same forwards and backwards. Ball Lab, Ball Lab.